A little bacon, anyone? Ho 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 ho. A good chunk of the day is gone. It's 1:15, and I just cooked up a mess of bacon. I buy the bacon ends after the butcher's gone, and chopped the big thick pieces of bacon and put it in the major case. Of the remainders he packages up and sells cheaper. That's when I buy it. I can always render the fat down for lard to cook with. I didn't this time. I just separated the fat from the meat and cooked up all the meat. Ooh, yeah. I know, it's not good for you. I don't care. In about 45 minutes, Brian has some solar panel guys coming over. There's some kind of initiative that if you get solar panels to cover all your needs, that you can sell it back to Con Ed before a certain date in April. So Brian's was on the list of having it done, so I don't know what the guys are going to be doing today, but they'll be coming over not too long from now. My doctor appointment is exactly 1 week from today. In exactly 1 week from today, I will be in the car on my way over there. Or just about on my way over there. My appointment's at 2:40, and they say arrive at 2:20. And yeah, they still have masking, and you can only be you. You can't bring your friend or a relative along. It's only you at this particular health place. I stopped by, it's called Desert Industries. It's like Goodwill or Salvation Army, run by the Mormons out here. Man, were they buzzing with people. Holy crap. I was looking to see if I could find like just the right size bookcase to fit between the refrigerator and the wall. Right now I have a couple plastic things. What I want to do is, either make or get a bookcase, put wheels on it so I have a sliding pantry. It'll take care of all this extraneous crap sitting out on the countertops and the cat food cans and any soda cans and extra ketchup and extra this or extra that can go on there. That's the plan anyway. The only other thing, I put the little tray that I had birdseed in the front yard. The cat sits and watches birds in the morning out on my bedroom window, the front. When it was in the back, it was all well and done and everything, but the dogs would get up there, and Iris likes to eat birdseed because you'd find it in her poop all the time. So I moved it to the front yard. They're not in the front yard, so maybe I'll just at least use the birdseed up that I have. It's a nice day. Depending on how the rest of the afternoon goes, I might go out and dismantle that stuff in the garage and clean off the workbench. And I might plant my bell pepper and my tomato plant. It all depends. It depends on the day. The temperatures are going to drop again. Weird. The weather is not normal. Or what we know to be normal. Maybe it's a new normal. In my lifetime, we've had to live with new normals. You think back in your lifetime. Even if you're young, think back. When you were a little kid, what did you play with? What did you do? What kind of things did your family do for fun? Maybe you were a normal family. Maybe you were not a normal family. Some families like to do puzzles together or play gin rummy or something. And some families like going out and hiking. And some families don't do anything and they sit and watch TV. Think back of all the things that you've done. Were you alive before computers were a thing? Were you alive before cell phones were a thing? What else? Definitely alive before microwaves and electric cars. Not that somebody somewhere wasn't working on it in the laboratory, but for everyone to have something like that. And color televisions. I was alive before color television, be it black and white, when I was probably about 9 or 10. Color TVs came out, but they were real expensive. So we'd all piled in the car to go to some relative's house to see his color TV, to see a show that was I don't know, some fantastic play movie thing that they put on TV. Well, it wasn't in color. Because to have color TVs means that station has to broadcast in color as well. These are things that the younger crowd has no clue on. They have no idea. I had a refrigerator. When we grew up, our refrigerator was one door. You open it up and there's a small compartment in there with a door on it. That's where you stuck your ice cube trays, and then maybe it was big enough for a half a gallon of ice cream. That's it. We didn't have frozen everything. No frozen pizzas, no frozen Simply Me meals or whatever they are, and definitely not at all. We had gas stoves, we had electric stoves. They were the coil kind. They didn't have the glass cooktops then. They didn't have inductive cooking then. We didn't have microwaves. I think there were convection ovens. I think mostly those were expensive, but they were used like in bakeries or somewhere where you had a lot of course, bakery ovens can get up to 400, 500, whatever degrees you need to be. Like the kind you use in pizza places. They get really hot. Really hot. And what else was there not? Garage door openers. The person was the garage door opener. We didn't have electric garage door openers. I've not thought of that before now, but that's when I was a kid, we didn't have a garage door opener. You had to lift the door yourself. Or if it was a barn door style, you had to open the door yourself or whatever. Electric fences. They existed. But basically, certain things existed, but only like businesses or ranches or something big, something big time had things like that. Phone in the car. Only really rich people had a phone in their limousine when I was a kid. There were no cell phones. We didn't have a phone. People weren't on the phone. They talked to each other. If they sat down next to each other, they looked at each other, or they did puzzle books, or they read a book. They didn't sit and text each other. That's, to me, is crazy. And you're thinking, oh, you old woman. Yeah, well, you just wait. You just wait another 20, 40 years and see what exists that did not exist now. And then your kids and grandkids will go, you're insane, you old bat. It'll happen if you live long enough. I better get to doing some stuff. Well, it's about 5:30 now. Guess who was feeling just a little stressed and wanted to rest, have a lie down for a little bit of time? Me. I woke at 5. I heard the cuckoo clock. I had been sound asleep. And the solar guys had not come yet. So I just texted Brian and asked if the solar guys came. And he said no, he's going to have to call them. And lo and behold, a solar guy came to the door. So I woke just in time. I don't know if I'll need to watch a little kiddo or not. But during the meanwhilest, I'll show you what I did. This is a little blue truck. It's not a very good job, but it's my very first attempt with this kind of clay, which is really fun to work with. Foam clay. It's going to have to dry for a couple days. And it says it's sandable, so I might see if I can sand it smooth instead of having like fingerprints everywhere. The wheels, well, they were kind of flat like, but it looks kind of like a truck. I know dispenser looks like a truck. After I paint it up with windows and grill and big eyes for headlights, it'll look more like a truck. So by the weekend, it'll be dry enough to sand and paint and everything. I hear my little feller at the door. Can you hear him? What's the matter, bud? Hi! What's up, dude? Yeah? It's Nana. Are you Spencer? Yeah, you are? Do you need me to come over? Sometimes he just wants to come over. Of course, he's got this guy to play with. Who doesn't want to play with this guy? This is my view out the window. But at least Brian had a window put in, or I would not even have a view. What do you think, kitty cat? You gonna climb up on your tree? You gonna climb up your tree? You gonna go up there? Huh? You gonna see who's barking? Daddy's in the garage talking to the solar guy. He said, make sure the Spencer doesn't kill himself. You're not gonna kill yourself. You're gonna eat your food. Look at that. Those vegetables are so good, aren't they? Mm-hmm. You've been a good boy today, haven't you? You know I love you, Spencer? Do you know that? What you got? You got macaroni, spaghetti sauce. You already ate up the hot dog that was all over the place, and that was so good. You're a good eater, aren't you? Yeah. Well, I cleared it up a little bit. It was messier. And that I'm going to be taking that apart, maybe using parts of the wood. I don't know. We'll see. Fridge outside in the garage. The fridge, let's see, what's it have? That's Daddy's soda, Brian's soda and tea, a couple beers. That's Brian's soda. Up here, we've got frozen ice packs, and I've got some frozen lemonade all ready to put in a cup and drink. And what's that? Chocolate ice cream? Did I get that? I'm not sure. Did I buy that? And then in here I have ice. Because in the summer, I just take that out, fill it up with water, and I have ice water. Because in the summer it gets stinking hot. There's all the fancy schmancy equipment. You got your heater, air conditioner, and your solar power thingy, and water softener, and then extraneous stuff that could go in a shed if the shed was in good shape. Well, we'll see. Here's my can crusher. You crush the can so they can fit a bunch of them in this bag. Now I'm going outside. Oh, Brian locked it. See, they lock it. But luckily I can unlock that one. Oh, it got dark. Oh, it got light. A little lawnmower. Recyclables. And it's that windy. It is that windy out here. The kitty cat's in the window. I don't know if you'll be able to see him. He's really hard to see. His silly butt. A bag of Niger seed for the finches. I have it hanging up on a little 3M hook that can be taken down at any time. Hello, Pooh. And this is the sad shape of the garden, but the soil is crap. Hopefully I can work on that. My carnations are still alive. This other bottle brush plant looks like it's dead. It just must be the soil. Maybe they put all the rubbish and crap and whatever they could fill in this little section here. There's lots of stones in there and lots of crap. Hopefully I can improve it a little bit. This is my rosemary bush. Doing really well. I'm surprised. There's a hyacinth. I put some coffee grinds around it. There's my lavender. It's doing pretty well, actually. A sprig of that in your chicken soup at the end of cooking time for about 10-15 minutes. Flavors the soup up really well, nice. And then you take the sprig out. Hummingbird feeder. My little water fountain thing. It doesn't work well because it's so windy here. It blows the water out and doesn't land in that dish. So you run out of water. That looks pretty sad. Ashley planted a whole bunch of clover, which is just starting to bud. Just starting to come. The sky is kind of clear. Pretty peaceful right now. Yeah, well, the rest of the day did not go as I planned. But sometimes you just have to change plans. That's how well you can adapt. And humans are very adaptable. Let's see, I don't need to make soup until later in the week, but I have all the ingredients now. The place is fairly clean. There's some things I need or want to do with the computer. I don't know what else to say. I sent my cousin Sandy a couple recipes. She wanted a recipe for pound cake if I had one. I had one for a lemon pound cake with poppy seeds that I've made before and it's good. I also sent her a recipe from Manolis Pascalides, who is a YouTuber. He lives in Thessaloniki, Greece. And a lot of my people that watch me know him. He doesn't put up much content these days because life's been kind of tough. But he plays in a band, he plays music, he does cover songs on YouTube. And he had some recipes, and the Manolis pie, I call it. It's an orange custard pie with phyllo dough pieces in it. I sent that recipe to my cousin Sandy as well. If she likes sweet things, it's the kind of thing like the Greek people really like when their desserts, their baklava, their galaktobriko, all their things at the end of cooking time, like baklava, you cook it, you heat it and bake it, and then you cool it down and cut it into slices, and then you pour on a very sweet, like a honey sauce. Oh my gosh. Very sweet, but very good. So, let's see, what else can I do for the night? I have to watch Little Guy tomorrow. Wait a minute. Is today Tuesday? It is. Tomorrow's Whoop Whoop Wednesday, where I will have a joke for you. How about that? Let's continue. Upward and onward.